During a press conference held at the Synod Hall at the Diocese of Mukono, Herbert Chobe, the chairperson of the organizing committee of the consecration of the new bishop, the Very Reverend Enos Chito Kagodo, he highlighted on some of the preparations that the diocese has so far reached in regard to the function.
Our total budget for this function is 700 million shillings. So far we have realized approximately 200 million shillings. We are still off the mark, but we are very hopeful. And I want to thank all the Christians, starting with His Excellency, the President of Uganda and his cabinet. They have already offered us a brand new car for the bishop-elect, and with it 50 million shillings.
The Diocesan Secretary, Reverend Canon John Sebude, highlighted about the growth of ministry in the diocese ever since its inception in 1984.
Mukono Diocese was created from Namirembe Diocese in 1984. By that time it had only 3 archdeaconries. But by now, as we enter into a new leadership, we have 12 archdeaconries. We have 73 parishes. By the time when Bishop Sewagala came in, we had only 43. Daughter churches, by the time when Bishop Sewagala came in 2010, we had only 543. But now we have 726. Clergy, we now have 140. By the time he came, we had about 80. Right now we have 702 lay leaders.
Bishop James William Sewagala highlighted on the process that was followed to elect the new bishop.
The church has its standards that one to become a bishop must have a degree in theology or something equivalent, and also the age matters. 45, 50, you must be, you cannot be less than 45 years to become a bishop. But also, when you become a bishop, you take only not more than 15 years. Whichever comes first, either 65 years or 15 years of your service. And the process is that the diocesan synod sits and appoints or elects what we call a nomination committee. The nomination committee is the one entrusted to look for the suitable candidates to become bishops. So they look at those who have the qualifications, they look at their way of service, they look at their character, and many other things, and also their leadership style, and to see whether they will be in a position to gear the diocese to its expectations. After gathering all those who are able candidates, then they pick only 2 who are sent to the House of Bishops. These 2 were sent to the House of Bishops, then the House discusses them and prays and votes, and then one of them becomes the bishop of that diocese in question.
He also discouraged politicians from using the youth for their advantage and after abandon them.
I want to appeal to those in authority not to simply use the youth for their own ends, but let us also mind about their welfare and their future.
The bishop also highlighted on some of his biggest achievements and shortfalls during his reign.
When you are living, you must have groomed. I had many people online, and they had a variety of priests from whom to pick from. So I'm really happy that I'm leaving and someone is coming in to take over. But also the new bishop, we pray for him that he constructs the new cathedral. All what we have done is to set up a commercial building, which commercial building will actually help him to generate funds to construct the new cathedral.
The bishop did not spare the homosexuality vice, which has taken root in schools in Uganda.
You remember the nyege nyege thing. We tried to caution the government to say, please don't allow these people to come. The government was they were looking at money, at what they were going to get out of that, at tourism, but they did not know how much the gravity of the issue. So they are just realizing now that the effect has gone so deep, but all what Church of Uganda is doing is to secure the schools. And that's why we are appealing to the parents that please take charge of your children, otherwise you'll find that you are in trouble.
On the 26th of February this month, Mukono Diocese will be consecrating the Very Reverend Enos Chitokagodo, who has been the provost of St. Philip's and Andrews Cathedral in Mukono, as the 5th Bishop of Mukono Diocese. John Jimmy Musimbi, Church of Uganda Family TV, News at 8.